Hello everyone. Welcome to another stream. I made another character. This time I've done all the stuff that I previously did, so this character is based off the likeliness of, well, sort of Vlad the Impaler, but he really just looks like a kind of like a hippie. But anyway, it's a pretty funny character. I didn't mean to make him look funny, but yeah, there we go. Pokey. I wish the headset wasn't so creaky. I don't know what caused it to get creaky, but it did. Just open up my thing. Just test the sound. Sorry about that. It's annoying when I do that, but well, I have to do it. I have to just test the sound to make sure there's sound. Okay. It's quite a horse that doesn't fit the aesthetic. What do you call it? Oh, hang on. Just saying goodbye to a friend. now that he's a necromancer, he is wondering where he can live. And just so happens that there is a nice little cottage for him to masquerade as a person that's of societal standards. And what I mean by that is somebody that looks on the surface as though he's abiding by the imperial law and everything, but is not really. This house. It's a nice little cottage, isn't it? And what's this? Right near a cave? And you can see that there's a cave there. And it's not just any cave. It's an undead cave where the dead are buried. This is perfect for him. A cottage right near an undead cave. Just gonna go see what's all, if the cottage is free. He's hoping the cottage is empty and vacant.
Excuse me, we have a small problem that we hope you can help us with. You may be wondering why you can't see me. We are all wondering the same thing.
What happened?
Everyone in Ayleswell suddenly became invisible several weeks ago. It was sort of fun at first, but the novelty has definitely worn off now. You can imagine how difficult it is to run an inn while invisible. Once you get a reputation as a haunted inn, you can just forget about it. So we've all been keeping quiet, hoping the spell will wear off. But we're running out of patience. We're sure it was Ankatar's doing, but we can't find him. If you can help us, we will be extremely grateful.
Who's Ankatar?
He's a wizard who took up residence in the ruins of Fort Caractacus a couple of years ago. He's caused us no end of trouble with his magical experiments, but nothing as bad as this. We've tried to find him, but had no luck. If he's still living in the fort, he's hiding from us, and no wonder. If you could find him and get him to remove this cursed invisibility, we will all be in your debt.
Sure, I would be glad to help you, friend. Where is this Fort Caractacus?
It's just to the southeast of here. Follow the path down the hill. But watch out for the invisible monsters that infest the ruins.
Excellent.
Good day.
I'll see you soon. Yes. He looks strange. It sort of just happened. I didn't really plan for him to look like this, but it just sort of happened, and here we are. So he looks like a strange individual that could possibly be not very human, though he's human now, but he's, yeah, anyway, you know what's gonna happen. You all know what this Let's Play is all about. Okay, so let me just go to the go. Follow the path down the hill. We're seeing a pathway sort of obscured by grass. Oh yes, there we go. I think this is quite a nice area. He's thinking, wow, not only do I get to have a cave nearby, hopefully, but this view is really beautiful. So he gets a bit of the best of both worlds. So if he can win the heart of these people, he might get more than he bargained for. And here he is looking at some beautiful flowers. He's like, he does have an eye for beauty though. He doesn't appreciate it as most people. But he acknowledges that some things are beautiful. Knows that Cyrodiil's a very pretty place. He's aware of pretty. But yeah, he's not the kind of person that's interested in that sort of stuff. But, well, interested to the point where he'll love to have a cottage. But yeah, anyway, you'll see. Oh, wrong one. Put some mage robes on. And let's snowball. Oh, there we go. Where are they? Gee whiz. You gotta be careful about wolves with Masker's Oblivion Overhaul because they've got animations that are redone and their attack moves are much more much more dangerous because they can run while biting like real wolves can. They don't just sort of stop and then bite, take a few seconds and bite. It was a sort of a game limitation back in the day.
Go away! I don't want whatever you're selling.
Okay, he's definitely here. He's wondering where he is. And he sounded like he was around here somewhere.
I told you to leave me alone. Go away.
Ah.
Oblivion take you. What is it you want from me?
Well, let's just get to know each other first.
Say what you're going to say.
So he's not really fond of this guy. Because he has...
Sure. I doubt it. Don't! I doubt it. Not bad. Not bad at all. Not... Yes, yes! What? Don't waste your flattery on me.
How about some funding to your research, my good friend?
I see.
Oh, anyway, let's... So anyway, I'm here about the invisibility. Yes, so everyone in Ayleswell has become invisible.
Yes, I have been working on a new invisibility spell. As you can see, it works quite well. Why?
Well, everybody in Ayleswell has also become invisible. Everyone.
Oh, really? Everyone in town. That must have been what all the shouting was about a few weeks ago. I'm afraid I was engrossed in an experiment that required my full attention. You see, in order to increase the efficacy of the spell, the radius was likely to approach the... Oh, never mind, I don't mean to bore you.
Well, just tell me how to reverse it and everything will be okay.
You can tell them not to worry. The effect is not actually permanent. It should wear off eventually.
Eventually?
Well, in a year or two, maybe a bit more. There's no way to be absolutely sure. That's the exciting thing about basic research.
Well, they can't wait for a year.
Really? I find being invisible quite refreshing. But if it will get everyone to leave me alone, fine. I did work out a counterspell last week. If I can just put my hand to it. Ah. Here. Stand in the center of town to make sure you get everyone. Oh, and make sure... Never mind. It should be fine.
Yes, I'm sure it's fine. How about some little...
Go ahead.
...golds to fund your research? I'm a mage too, you know.
That will get you something. That will get you something. Thank you. How kind. For me? Thanks.
There you are, my friend.
Yes, just read the scroll in the middle of town. It should work. Although, just in case, it might be best if you wore this ring while you were casting the spell. I make them myself, very useful for this kind of research. Not that I think anything will go wrong. Serious side effects are highly unlikely.
I'm sure you're correct.
Take care.
Yes. I'm sure he's very correct. In that nothing could go wrong. You know who he actually looks like? He kind of looks like the Rick from, I think Rick. No, not Rick. What's his name? The hippie dude from Young Ones. If you ever watch that, it's a really crazy show. It's pretty funny. It didn't go for long though, and it's a pretty old one. It's quite funny though. Sheep is unconscious. Sheep goes unconscious all the time. Yes. I'm not sure why the sheep keeps getting unconscious. It's really strange because it never used to happen, and then all of a sudden when I go around this area there's a sheep that goes unconscious. And the reason why it's essential is because I've made all the sheep, the vanilla sheep codes essential. Bring. Reverse invisibility. Stand in the center of town and make sure you get everyone. He feels this is the center, so let's do this. Small. Yep, he's in the center. Well, it worked. Worked for him. Let's see if it worked for anyone else.
Thank you, thank you. I can't tell you how good it feels to be able to see myself again. My sisters, on the other hand, I wouldn't mind if they had stayed invisible. Ah, me. Friend, you are welcome at the Ayleswell Inn anytime. Free of charge.
Oh, excellent. Thank you. I was also wondering, is it okay if we can talk about that cottage that's quite close to that cave over there? And I thought maybe you'd be interested in a cottage. It belonged to my aunt, but she passed away last year. Since then, it has been empty. I should have sold it, of course, but I'm a bit picky. An unpleasant neighbour can completely ruin the atmosphere of a village. Oh, no doubt. You have already shown what kind of person you are. I wouldn't mind having you as a neighbour. If you want the cottage, it's yours for, say, 3,000 gold. That's a true bargain. I wouldn't not make that offer to anyone. I definitely want it. I'm glad to hear this. Here is the key. I hope you will enjoy your new home.
Be seen.
And just like that, he feels as though he's on the step to enlightenment. He feels more powerful. Personality feels... You might think, oh, he wouldn't be good at personality. Well, there's a reason why I want high personality, because it's very useful. Because not only does it get you, it's hard, well, in Maskers Oblivion Overhaul, personality affects how you can tame creatures, and not just animals and stuff like that, even though they're easier to tame than others, but you can also tame other things. So yeah, I think that would be great. So level up all of this, and you might be thinking, oh, you got so many points. Well, this leveling is never going to stop. So basically, I'm just going to get more and more powerful until I'm just an unstoppable force of destruction, or necromastery. So what else? Speechcraft, definitely. And maybe light armor. I don't see why not. There we go. And yeah. There we go. I was thinking about doing all of this leveling up off camera, but I think people like to watch Oblivion regardless of what I'm doing, so, or not doing. But the thing is, the mod that I have that allows you to become a lich, it requires that you have a certain level, and I'm not sure if it's the level per se, but it's more the attributes and the skill levels. So yeah, I'm just gonna have to level up, and it's quite easy with the mod that I have. It's a really good mod. It's called Oblivion XP. You probably saw the name of it, and it's excellent. So yeah, so this horse is lovely, so might as well keep the aesthetic, the facade going by having a lovely horse. Can't wait to check out the cave more than the cottage. this is just great, he's thinking. So look, I've got a little place for the horse to sort of stay. Oh, so beautiful. Beautiful. So he's going to check out the cave, but before he checks out the cave, he's got to see if, you know, the house is livable. And let's see. Oh, look at this. Lovely. Beautiful. Nice fireplace. Lots of stuff. Luckily he's not becoming a vampire because there's garlic in the kitchen. Not sure if garlic is still hated by liches, but yeah. Yeah, he's got a bit of an alchemy lab here. Grinder. Oswell crafting manual. Let's have a look at this. Smelter. In the smelter located behind the cottage, you can convert silver and gold nuggets to ingots. You can also melt silver items like urns, vases, spoons in order to get ingots, and metal items like calipers, mugs, shears, tankards to get scrap metal. Oh wow, that's excellent. Simply put the nuggets or items in the smelter. 5 pieces of scrap metal can be converted to an iron ingot. You can also make iron ingots from iron ore, which you can buy from the Oswell trader. Use the bellows to lightly extinguish the fire. Crafting jewelry, enhancing jewelry does not. Well, jewelry's okay if you enchanting and stuff. Tanning, leather armor, lockpicks, repair, armor smithing. This is all very good. Cooking even. Oh. Coffee. Excellent. Yeah, the instructions of how to use the place. Oh, let's see what's up here. Oh, there's a bed here. Lovely. Let's see. Absolutely gorgeous. Checks to see if the bed is comfortable. Oh, very comfortable bed. Lovely bed. He noticed a door down the bottom, a basement, so let's see what's in the basement. He's hoping there'll be like a little cave entrance. Little spot to secretly go in the cave, but if there's not, well, that's okay too, I suppose. Can't have everything. He's nearly got everything. Oh, look at this. Beautiful. Lots of food. Makes you wonder how all this food was here. Oh. Oh, a real smelter. Another room for people. He's not planning on really having people live with him, but it's nice to have this here regardless. And it looks like there's something here, but he can't open it up. It's probably just a doorway to the backyard. It doesn't look like there's any way to the cave, which he expected really, because he was hoping for it, but it doesn't look like there's anything like a cave entrance. But the cave entrance is very close, so, well, yeah. So he's gonna check the cave and see what's in there. Don't mind me, good sir. Just abiding by the law. There's a horse. Lovely horse. Just gonna check to see if it's safe in here. But no one can really see him. Not really. Hopefully the neighbours won't be skulking. But he can't be seen going into this cave more than once because they'll start getting suspicious. So he's going to have to wait till the dead of night to go in the cave. But for now, let's get out. Oh, there we go. Take that ring off. Skeletons. This place is very haunted. He's hoping there. Oh my goodness, there's lots of them. Looks like the spiders are still hostile. He's not very concerned about the spiders. Hard to aim with him. Spiders. You can always create a potion, or, well, in this case, a poison. He's got, I can hear some bats. Doesn't look like it's looking very. Lots of skeletons, that's for sure. Oh, unknown location. That would probably be a place full of who knows what. Oh, looks like there's... Oh, bats. Shame these vermin. Bat meat used for poisons. It's a shame the vermin don't like necromancers, but that makes total sense, really. They see us as living things, I suppose. Oh, what's in here? Oh, it's locked. I don't have anything to open the... No, I don't. I think I've got an open lock spell, but it's here somewhere. Open very easy lock, so it's not very weak spells that I've got, and I've got to get better spells, that's for sure. Oh, this rat's tame. Let's see. Bit of gold. Ugh. This light spell really is quite weak. Lots of skeletons in this cave. Got to admit, it's a bit unnerving. Oh wow. There's a lot of skeletons. Always use that. Bit of gold. Another unknown location. Well, 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 look at this. Spell tome. Some clothes. Not really the kind of clothes that befits someone living in a cottage. Well, well, well. Isn't this cool? Well, he's pretty much set. There's only skeletons in this cave though, so not, you know, not really powerful, overly powerful undead in here, but yeah. But he hasn't finished exploring the place yet. Let's see what's in here. Oh my goodness. Whoa. That was pretty freaky. So he's like thinking, oh, better not go down there. There's fish down there and they're all very nasty. Already checked that. But there's another spot, another place he didn't check. Oh, he's getting a bit lost. He's really liking this cave though. It's like, wow, is there even water in this cave? And there's all sorts of things. Oh, look at this, you missed this. Tongs. Heady soul gem. Might as well take that too. Save this. Okay, so let's see. acquisition of the corpse. While the arts of necromancy are only illegal in the province of Morrowind, few citizens of the Empire have an enlightened view of our art. Thus, the acquisition. How do you even pronounce that? Acquisition. Oh, there we go. Thus, the acquisition of corpses on which to experiment is often difficult. In Cyrodiil, few necromancers who have served the Empire are given the corpses of criminals and traitors to use legally. This provides those who have acquired such a post with a fresh supply of corpses, most of them young, strong and intact. In Morrowind, the outlawing of necromancy would make its practice impossible were it not for the fortunate institution of slavery. While the temple will investigate obvious signs of necromancy, such as hastily emptied graves or ash stolen from one of their ash pits, a careful and discreet necromancer can thrive in Morrowind by taking slaves at a modest rate. Most will assume the slave escaped or died in the Ashlands. Yeah, but we're not talking about the other provinces, so we are. Finding suitable corpses in Black Marsh is nearly impossible due to their rapid decay. There are also diseases, Argonian tribesmen, and other difficulties that must be dealt with. I know of only a few slowed necromancers who operate successfully in Black Marsh, and even they stay near coast. While the forests of elsewhere pose some of the same problems as those of Black Marsh, the deserts preserve corpses for hundreds of years in a way that requires very little preparation. Khajiit of the desert tribes are often buried with only a small cairn of stones which are easy to find and uncover. The Khajiit show remarkably enlightened indifference to graves being uncovered. It is said that in the port of Senchal, one may purchase anything one desires. This is true if you desire fresh corpses. While few Bosma perform Arcase rituals when burying the dead, the more primitive Bosma will practice cannibalism upon their enemies, which reduces the number of available corpses. As would be expected from such a backwoods people, they have an intolerance of necromancy that goes beyond all reason. Many necromancers who practice our arts in Valenwood become one with the trees themselves. Somerset Isle is even worse in some ways. Some Ultima born into the most respected, noble and scholarly families are actually allowed to study the dead in the open. Their research, however, seems to be centered on finding ways to extend their lives even further, rather than the more practical arts uses of our art. A necromancer of any other race could, in Somerset Isle, can expect the worst possible punishments. In Hammerfell, where worship of Arche is strongest, the dead are almost always subject to Arche's law. There are exceptions after large battles or in remote areas where death occurs far from meddlesome priests. Fortunately, the dangerous terrain and creatures in the deserts and mountains of Hammerfell makes the acquisition of corpses possible, though they are often in poor condition and require special care in preparation. The newly formed Orsinium presents a unique opportunity. As you know, orc corpses are amongst the most sought after for the durability of their skin and the strength of their bones. If King Gortwog will still listen to reason, we could offer the services of our art in defense of his young nation in exchange for disposing of the orcish dead. A mutually beneficial arrangement, as I'm sure the orcs will agree. To this end, a delegation has been sent to Orsinium, though we have not yet heard any word of the state of these negotiations. In my native High Rock, he's from High Rock, traditions dating back to the Witch Kings and nomadic horsemen mandate cremation of the dead. This is practiced almost without exception. In the north, through an imperial burial in a tomb or city cemetery is more common in the south. There are still many corpses easily taken from the battlefields of the War of Brittany and the lawless times that followed. There are even rumours that King Gothrud of Daggerfall may institute the imperial practice of donating the corpses of criminals for necromantic study as a deterrent to the bandits and pirates that still threaten the Iliac Bay. In Skyrim, the cold weather and isolated terrain allow a few necromancers to operate freely. Alas, the availability of corpses is limited to Nords who die from exposure or in battle. While the cold is preservative, the snow makes these corpses difficult to find. The more research dedicated to the magical detection of corpses would be invaluable to the necromancers of Skyrim. The Slode are the most famous necromancers, but little is known of their native Thrace. In Tamriel, Slode only practice necromancy on other races. It is uncertain whether this is true in Thrace as well. If so, it would explain the number of slaves that are purchased in Tear by Slode merchants, and the rumours of Slode airships carrying corpses from Sensual. These difficulties lead many necromancers to create their own corpses. While I prefer to work with those who have died a natural death, a more expedient approach is sometimes necessary to further the study of the art. While the arts of necromancy can be practiced on animals, such experiments rarely produce interesting results. The servant's ability to follow directions seem to be related to the subject's intelligence in life. While raising the corpse of a man, elf, or beastman can produce a useful servant, the corpses of animals produce mere guard dogs at best. Often a raised animal is unable to distinguish its master from the rest of the living, and many amateur practitioners have been torn apart by the animal servants they were created. Let such stories be a lesson to you. Okay, that's the end of the book. Wow, that was an interesting read. Very interesting read. It was excellent. The thing is, how do we get started? There's another tome. Let's see. I've got a bone, but this fragment of old notes from inside the tome contains lists of materials needed to construct undead minions, as well as the skill of conjuration needed to control them. Parts can be collected from corpses using a knife and a set of tongs. Once constructed, corporeal minions must be retained using a soul. Wow, this is pretty cool. Minions, skinned hound, 15 conjuration. All that is required is a dog or wolf. Corpse can and a spell inscribed in the tome that will skin the animal for reanimation. Ghost, 25 conjuration. 1 soul, 5 bottles of blood. The ritual inscribed in the tome. Why would I need 5 bottles of blood for a ghost? That's interesting. Maybe because, I don't know, it's weird. Ghosts can enhance into wraiths with 5 bottles of blood, 1 Wilkin stone, 75 conjuration needed to control. Skeleton, 35 conjuration. 1 skull, 1 rib cage, 1 pelvis, 1 clavicle bones, big bones, small bones. Oh, because I need everything. Skeletons will become stronger as skill in conjuration increases. Excellent. I can create a zombie too, because look, I'm always at 50. So I need... Oh, that's interesting. Zombie. 1 head, 1 torso, arms, legs. Zombies can be enhanced into dread zombies with vampire dust, of all things. Bottle of blood, heart, conjuration need to control. Shambles, 75 conjuration. 2 skulls, 3 ribcage, pelvis. Okay. Flesh atronach. Wow. There's a lot of stuff. This is excellent. This is absolutely fantastic. Not only is this mod as good as it is, because this is actually not the Necromancy and Lichdom mod. This is the other one, the join Necromancer's faction ESP. It doesn't actually require OBSE, so it doesn't do anything too crazy, but it's got everything you need. This is going to be an excellent video for one of my friends who I have on my Discord. Oh, it's all overwhelming. I don't even know where to begin. I could start by killing skeletons, but Lord Crypt. There is plenty of things I can use. Look at this. Cursed Amulet. Look how much it's worth. Well, I'm not going to pick it up because it's cursed, but wow. Wow, this is excellent. Using better caves, better dungeons I should say. Look at all you little things, eh? Not moving out of the way for me. Well, you're not under my control, so... Wow. Bloody excellent. Absolutely excellent. I'm getting lost in this cave. I don't even know where I am or anything. It's good that you can just find black soul gems and lying around, and because of my mod that I'm using, makes having to create them, because I guess they had to do that because in the vanilla game the only way to get a black soul gem is by progressing through the Mage's Guild quest, and obviously that's not going to work for a Necromancer, because not only do you have to combat the Necromancers, won't fit well for your role-playing character. Wouldn't make sense. Beating the King of Worms and all that just wouldn't make sense. I think it's up here. Oh dear. Stuck in a cave full of skeletons. I mean, Necromancer's dream come true, really. Another unknown location. Gonna have to look at the map. Okay, so I'm getting close. Very easy to get lost. If I checked everything, that's locked. This is a funny book, actually. Book. With the Skyrim UI, Skyrimified I've got, it makes you think that you can pick up books by just pressing the A button twice, but in Oblivion you pick up the book by pressing X. Well, that was excellent. Must be night time now. Well, it's evening. It's nearly there. Oh, better get out of these robes. If they see me in these, oh man, I'm done for. Oh yeah, he does look like somebody that's... Yeah. Now, as for his character, he's not exactly a bad guy. He just has interests in the dead, and, well, yeah, that's part, yeah, he's not one of those necromancers that are just undeniably evil, but, you know. He's just got a certain hobby. A certain hobby that's considered bad by many people, or at best controversial. But anyway, I think that will do for today. I'm very glad I did this episode. This is excellent. Hang on. Oh, yeah, it's another. Excellent. I hope you enjoyed watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed watching. Oh yes, he's a necromancer through and through. This guy. Anyway, thank you for watching, guys, and I will see you all